That is a spectacular view from our Omi Gardens camera. Look at that. Sun's not even up yet, but boy, we're in for a gorgeous sunrise. It looks like a painting, doesn't it? Happy Monday, 9th day of October 2023. I'm Dan Kuntz, and this is Wake Up. Wenatchee Valley back out of here on a Monday. It is, federally speaking, the federal holiday is still Columbus Day. Of course, state governments and local governments, they are not obligated at all to follow the federal lead. That means federal offices are closed today. There'll be no mail delivery. Banks are closed because the banks have to do business with the Fed. You can't when the Fed ain't open. Here in Washington State, though, we don't call it that anymore. It's now Indigenous Peoples Day, but there are going to be some government offices that will be open. It's kind of hit and miss. If you have governmental business today, I can guarantee you the federal government offices are closed. As far as state and local, I don't know. I think state's closed too, but I think some local governments are open. I don't know. Call ahead. It is, but look at that sunrise, just gorgeous. Having a hard time concentrating. 54 degrees here in the big city. Cold fronts beginning to come in, starting to come in overnight tonight. Things are going to change. Weather patterns are going to change today. The chance of rain is going to increase. It's still going to be very mild. We were 76 on Saturday, 76 yesterday, normal high 66. We're still going to be in the 70s today. The big cool down temperature-wise isn't going to be until tomorrow. And we have a pretty good chance of rain, especially on Tuesday night. We will take that. Forecast details for the entire week is coming up. Also going to be a little breezy at times today, especially tonight as that front really begins to barrel in. We will take a look at news for you. Sports. Eastmont Wildcats rolled right along. We were there Friday night at Wildcat Stadium. We'll have highlights of their easy victory over West Valley. Everything is setting up for what could be one of the greatest high school football games in this area in quite some time. It's going to take a couple of weeks. We got to get there. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But the number one team in the WIAA RPI, the index, in 4A is now Eastmont. They went to number one with their victory, and number two is Moses Lake. Both of those teams are undefeated, and they play each other in East Wenatchee in the last game of the regular season. That's going to be a barn burner. Yeah, we will be there as well. So we'll do the sports and everything else that you need. And Night in the Box is back, the biggest fundraiser of the year for our friends at the Lighthouse Christian Ministries. It's earlier than normal. It's about a month earlier than normal. Normally it's in mid to late November, but it's actually this Friday night, the 13th, at the Save Mart parking lot. Sean Arrington and Kelly Kennedy will be joining me to talk about Night in a Box, your chance to help out those who, quite frankly, need a helping hand. It is 3 minutes after the hour while we have these incredible views. Let's go. I don't want to waste any more time with this beautiful sunrise, although we're not there yet. Sunrise is 7:11 this morning. Sunset 6:25. That's 11 hours and 14 minutes of daylight. Last Monday, we had 11 hours and 37 minutes of daylight, so the days are definitely getting shorter by about a little over 2 minutes per day. That is from our Wenatchee Heights camera. We just have it pointed down towards the Rock Island area, right where the sun is coming up. I think the jump-off ridge camera might be pretty cool, too, this morning. There you go. That's the jump-off ridge camera, way up there in elevation. Lots of information in your frame there. All of East Wenatchee well within view, all the way up to the very top of Badger Mountain, to the very top of Birch Mountain. The Wenatchee Heights, the Stamilt area, and there it is again, our Omi Gardens camera, pointed almost directly due south. That is just a beauty. It looks like a painting. Those are colors I could not replicate with a paintbrush. What a stunning view that is from Omi Gardens. And finally, well, not quite as dramatic, but we know of our friends in Orondo, so let's visit the Orondo Rock camera because we can. Good morning to Lake Aniat and our friends up north. Turtle Rock jumps right out at you, and that is the Wenatchee Valley way off into the distance. That's Mission Ridge and the Clockham area way off in the background. So we're in for some change in the weather. We had just a gorgeous stretch of weather. It was 76 on Saturday, 76 yesterday. Our normal high is 66, but change comes today, especially tonight. These are your peak wind gusts and the wind direction as this cold front begins to barrel in. So it is going to be breezy this afternoon. For you folks out of the Columbia Basin, because the worked fields now don't have any agricultural product, wheat and what have you, potatoes, whatever it may be, to hold the soil down. So you can see some blowing dust is possible anyway out in the basin. You can see the direction. And these are wind gusts, not sustained winds. And it's going to be unsettled really through the middle of the week. Again, good chance of rain on Tuesday night, but quite windy in the evening hours tonight for most of our viewing areas. This cold front's packing pretty good punch. It's not going to last very long, but it is. Going to take our temperatures on a big-time nosedive once we get to tomorrow. From the National Weather Service, here is your forecast. Still 74, well above normal today. But as the day progresses, the clouds will be thickening up, the wind will be picking up in intensity, and the chance of rain increases. As the day progresses, we could get some light raindrops just in time for the afternoon commute, and a high of about, again, 74. And a little breezy today and tonight, mostly this afternoon. Gradually, the skies will be clearing out tonight. We'll get down to about 50 for the overnight low. And then rain, good chance of it Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. It's going to be cloudy, not much wind, but we do have a very good chance of some late afternoon and early evening rain on Tuesday. And this is the cold air we're talking about. We're going to drop all the way down to 61 for the afternoon high. So we're going to go from about 10 degrees above normal to about 5 or 6 degrees below normal in just a 24-hour period. Continued unsettled on Wednesday with a few sun breaks finally, and a high of around 61 degrees. Gradual warm up on Thursday with a high of 67. We'll be hanging right around the mid-60s into the weekend, but then we have another chance of a weather system coming in on Sunday and Monday. It is October, this beautiful stretch of weather that lasted about a week, pretty much all but over by the end of the day today. Going to take a break, and then we'll have your news. You're watching a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
We're turning up the heat with the hottest deals of the year. Right now, during the hot summer clearance sale, only at Click It RV. #1 in sales and service. The best RV brands, over 1,000 to choose from. And the best deals of the year on remaining 2023 model year-end clearance with incredible 30% off. Brand new RVs discounted up to 30%. Save thousands. Plus, no payments until 2024. During the hot summer clearance sale, now only at Click It RV. 5 superstore locations. Hurry in today.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
What do you say we just look at that camera for the rest of the day? That's just incredible from our Omi Gardens camera. It is 54 degrees under partly cloudy skies. We'll be in the lower 70s today. Windy, slight chance of some late afternoon rain, and then we're going to have a pretty good dose of rain come Tuesday and a big cool down coming. 9 minutes after the hour, the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department had to cope with a Malaga structure fire on Friday afternoon. This is footage from our PTZ cameras. This happened Friday afternoon. It threatened to consume a shop building and a number of trailers that were parked nearby. The fire was reported about 12:30 on Friday afternoon in the 300 block of Herds River Ranch Lane in Malaga, if you're familiar where that is. Tossed up lots of black smoke and flames. You could see it from all over the place. Fire crews had largely gained control within a half an hour of their arrival. The shop and nearby outbuildings, however, a total loss. There was no immediate report that we know of any injuries. A federal lawsuit accusing Stemilt Ag Services of mismanaging international guest workers has been settled. The class action suit was filed in 2020, representing more than 1,100 workers who were employed by Stemilt under the H-2A visa program, most of them from Mexico and Central America. The case accused Stemilt Ag Services, which hires more than 1,000 orchard workers every year, of routinely threatening with firing them, deportation, and blacklisting if they fell below daily quotas for apple harvests. Terms of the deal not disclosed. The case had been scheduled to go to trial at U.S. District Court in Spokane next month. Now it won't. A Grand County deputy prosecutor will now have a special role with the feds, the U.S. District Court in Eastern Washington. Her name is Carly Biddle, and she has been appointed as a Special Assistant United States Attorney in the Office of the Federal Prosecutor, and her name is Vanessa Waldref. She'll retain her post in Grant County as well. Biddle plans to specialize in cases involving crimes against children, charging criminal cases in both state and federal courts. Waldref and Grant County Prosecutor Kevin McRae made that announcement on Friday. Representative Dan Newhouse sent out a letter on Friday demanding an extension on the public comment period that's on right now for reintroducing grizzly bears into the North Cascades. The National Park Service and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service have issued a proposal to reintroduce grizzly bears to the North Cascades with a 45-day period to receive public comment under the Endangered Species Act. Newhouse wrote the agencies requesting a 180-day extension, saying he wants to ensure all local communities that they will be directly affected. If they are directly affected, that they will have the opportunity for public comment. The last confirmed grizzly bear sighting in the U.S. portion of the North Cascades was in 1996. NCW Libraries doing their best to make libraries accessible to everybody, and that, of course, includes their bookmobiles. They got a couple of them. In a new partnership with the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activities Center, their South Bookmobile brings the library to folks who may not be able to make it to the library otherwise. It's the Library on Wheels. It will make a monthly appearance during the popular lunch hours at the Senior Center, and that allows patrons there to browse books, DVDs, and more. NCW Life had a chance to learn more about the partnership and how the bookmobile operates.
The bookmobile was actually one of the things on my list of people, of organizations to call when I started working here this summer. And they actually reached out to us, which is kind of nice, saved me the phone call. But we really want to be sort of a community resource, not just for seniors, but for the community as a whole. But for seniors in particular, we're trying to reach out to organizations within the community to bring their services to the seniors here.
The bookmobile is just like a mobile library. It's a library that we drive down the road, and we choose stops based on population where there's a need that has a distance from a library location. We have 30 branches and 2 bookmobiles, and we still have pockets in our 5-county system that need a service. So we determine an area that we want to take the bookmobile to, and we bring out a selection of everything that the library carries, basically. So we have adult books, we have large print books, books in Spanish, kids books, young adult books, DVDs, and audiobooks and CDs. We do offer also mail order service with the library, but some people really want to come in and browse and see books and just be able to put their hands on them and look through them before they choose them. And so that gives people in those communities the opportunity to do that. So the Senior Center seemed like a natural partnership for people who are getting out but maybe aren't making it into the library. They're coming here for a lunch, and so it seemed like a natural partnership to bring some books here and give them the opportunity to access library materials somewhere they're already going.
So far it's been really positive. Part of the reason that we had them park here is we're right in front of the entrance. And we have a senior lunch program that where we provide affordable meals to not just seniors, but to the community as a whole. Anybody can come. But we have the program on Tuesday through Friday. And I wanted to make sure that the bookmobile was here during that time because the lunch program is one of our more popular events. Depending on the day, we have as many as 120, 130 people come in for lunch. So I wanted to make sure that the bookmobile was literally right in their path as they were coming in to have lunch, so they'd have an opportunity to stop in and talk to the staff, check out books, find out about e-services, all the things that the library offers. One of the things that I'm just with my own experience at the library, a lot of people don't realize the extensive services that the library offers, because it's not just going in to check out books. They have a huge online presence of all sorts of services, everything from accessing the New York Times as part of your library membership for free, to language learning programs. Rosetta Stone, for example, is available as a library member. Also, the library has streaming services, so they have as part of your membership at the library, you have a free access to it's not Netflix, but it's like Netflix, but for the library, and ebooks, and just there are a lot of online services that I think people aren't aware of, and particularly in the senior population where they're not as tech savvy. So I think it's great to educate the whole, the population as a whole about those services, but especially seniors who may not realize that those things are available. Dealing with the senior population, not all of the seniors are able to go to the library on a regular basis on their own, but they're coming to the senior center, so this is an opportunity for them to access the library without going to the library, and it's also another activity that we can offer here. So I think it's a really good mutually beneficial relationship for us.
And election season is almost here. In fact, election day is less than a month away, and ballots will be mailed out pretty much at the end of this week. You should have your ballot by this time on Monday or Tuesday of next week. In the city of Wenatchee alone, there's contested races for mayor, city council, plus the school board, of course, and NCW Life is sitting down with candidates from all of those campaigns. It's a bunch of interviews. They start on October 22nd. The conversation with Wenatchee's mayoral candidates will air at 8 a.m. on October 22nd, followed by the Leavenworth and Chelan mayoral candidates at 3 o'clock, and the Wenatchee school board contenders at 6:30. You can expect those interviews to air daily right up until Election Day, which is November 7th, and if you miss one, you can always find the interviews by going to our website at ncwlife.com. That is the news. At 18 minutes after the hour, the newscast will come your way on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV, at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, 5, 6, and 10. I'll be handling sports this week. Want to see a train wreck? Check that out. And if that doesn't work, if you can't watch it on television for whatever reason, doesn't fit into your schedule, remember our news is always on our website, ncwlife.com. It's on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page. And if something out there warrants our attention, get a hold of us. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. We'll wrap up the weekend that was in sports, and it was a busy one when we do sports. And it's next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Get your favorite beverage and a wide variety of food choices all under one big roof at the Tap Room in Pybus. The Tap Room has the most popular choices for lunch and dinner in the Valley. With unique appetizers, salads, sandwiches, and tasty rice bowls, everybody will find a new favorite dish. Plus many craft beers from Hellbent Brewing, or you can choose wine, cider, or a delightful craft cocktail. Experience the family-friendly Tap Room at Pybus for yourself. It's just what you've been looking for. Come to Kashmir Saturday, October 7th for the Pioneer Village Festival. Here are a few highlights your family can enjoy. Experience gold panning, sipping sarsaparilla in the saloon, riding a pony, or playing the fun and educational activities. It's the Pioneer Village Festival in Kashmir, October 7th, and be sure to thank our supporters of this message.
Kashmir Veterinary Clinic, natural pet care in everything they do.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. Now you can fish like a pro without breaking the bank thanks to the Pro Mag aluminum fishing boat by Smokercraft. It features a great layout with a spacious bow casting platform, huge live wells, and in-floor storage to safely stow your gear. See the Smokercraft line of boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing.
Papa's gonna make you smile.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here. Oh. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
20 minutes after the hour, the Eastmont Wildcats ran their record to 6-0 Friday night. No real problems against West Valley. The final was 48-14. Grant Olson and Paul Collard had the call right here on the NCW Life Channel.
Your screen behind Luke Gale. Handoff, there's Peterson, and he's got some room, and the goal line in sight. Peterson into the end zone, 39-yard touchdown. That's a good point, too. Gale just going to keep it right up the middle, and he is in for the touchdown. 1-yard run by the quarterback, Luke Gale. And we're quickly now at 13-0 here in this Big 9 contest. This time Jackson West left side as Ruffins on the right side. Handoff right side and all the way into the end zone for the Wildcats. Number 24, Julian Cortez, the junior. And that is a 9-yard touchdown run for Cortez. And East 10. Eastmont, ball at the 17-yard line of West Valley. Guest in motion. Play action. Gale looking down the middle of the field has Jackson West, center of the end zone, touchdown, 17 yards.
Eastmont, Jackson West.
What a beautiful play, design play, double play action on that wing T style offense, and nice route by Jackson West over the middle of the field, and a beautiful throw by Gale.
Yep. We'd show all of Eastmont's 8 touchdowns, but this is only an hour-long show. So the victory propels the Wildcats to the #1 ranking in the WIAA RPI Index, ahead of #2 Moses Lake. Those two teams will meet in the final league game of the year on October 27th in East Wenatchee. The Wildcats travel to Sammamish this Friday. They have a non-league tilt against 4-2 Skyline. The Mavericks travel to Sunnyside. And it's not often that a 2A school beats a 4A school in any sport, but the Ellensburg Bulldogs did just that. They beat the Wenatchee Panthers 27-20 on Friday night. The Panthers twice had the ball with first down inside the Bulldog 5-yard line, but failed to score either time. Wenatchee travels to Davis, by the way, this Friday night. Another Big 9 action, as you see from Friday. Moses Lake steamrolled Davis 59-14. Sunnyside, no problems with Ike. Cashmere led 35-0 by a half and dominated Cascade 63-0 in Peshastin, the Pear Bowl on Friday night. The Bulldogs, by the way, will host Omak this Friday night. We will have that game right here on the NCW Life Channel. The Pioneers in CTL action crushed Quincy 55-14. Chelan won a non-league tilt with Colfax 34-12. And another action in Friday night football games. The Ephrata Tigers knock off Sela 27-20. Okanagan rolled over Tenasket 60-0. Manson over Lake Roosevelt 42-zip. And Soap Lake got by Bridgeport 40-28. The Wenatchee Panther girls soccer team avenged an earlier loss to Eastmont with a come-from-behind 4-3 win Saturday afternoon at Wildcat Stadium. The game included a second-half sequence with both teams scoring a goal within 45 seconds of each other. You're about ready to see that. Sebastian Amet had the call right here on the NCW Life Channel.
But apparently, right now, we're just getting ready for the free kick. Let's see, it looks like it's number 9, Johnson, right-footed. Oh, my goodness, what a start! The second shot, go!
Be prepared for that long ball through.
Sorry about that, Matt.
Just be prepared for the, because it looked like your attacker for Wenatchee was just not aware.
Left-footed shot, the shot, and it sails into the net! Oh, my goodness! Oh my goodness, a bucket of ice-cold water in the collective heads of the Eastmont Wildcats. 6 minutes into this, the second half. Johnson the shot, and she airmails it. And a lucky break for Wenatchee. Madison Norden inside the box. Oh my goodness! Nobody to tap it in, and Wenatchee takes the lead.
He had a great shot. Good follow-up. Unfortunate for Eastmont. You can't be defending with you're facing your own goal.
Inside the box. Oh my goodness! Nobody to tap it in, and Wenatchee takes the lead.
He had a great shot. Good follow-up. Unfortunate for Eastmont. You can't be defending with you're facing your own goal. In that case, Wenatchee ran right past a defender who was unaware of the attacker coming in, and just kind of a communication breakdown there.
Ariana Carrion for Wenatchee, and how big, oh my goodness, good opportunity, the shot, go, 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 go! Oh my word, what a game we're watching, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, great answer. Great answer. Fantastic shot. Goalkeeper initially was not expecting that. She was, I think, getting a water or something on the near post, and turns around and sees Eastmont attacker just barreling down on her. Was that Paige Fisher there?
No, I thought it was Johnson. I thought the one who missed the penalty kick.
Okay.
Play continues. Gors Didier leaving her marker behind. Gors Didier into the box. Gors Didier, one final touch. Bunch somebody. Oh, go, 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 go! Oh, my word! What a game!
It was an entertaining game. Again, the Panthers win. Elsewhere on the pitch on Saturday, it was Eisenhower over Moses Lake 1-0, and Davis snuck by Sunnyside 3-2. The Wenatchee Wild had a winning weekend up north. They dropped a 6-4 decision to Prince George, but they came back to score a 6-3 win on Saturday. And then they became charging back. They were down 4-1 early in the second period yesterday against Kamloops. And they got a hat trick from Easton Armstrong, and they win in overtime 7-6. It is their first overtime win this year and the second 3-goal comeback for a win in the season opening's 3 week. The Wenatchee Wild continue their longest road trip of the year. They have 8 consecutive games away from home, and that includes this Friday when they take on the Thunderbirds at 7:05. All right, college football. The Washington State Cougars fell flat in the fourth quarter in the Rose Bowl on Saturday, losing their first game of the season to UCLA. 25-17, the Bruins scored 16 points off of 4 Cougar turnovers to seal the deal, and Central squeaked by New Mexico, Eastern New Mexico, I should say, 38-35. The Huskies and Eastern Washington, of course, had the weekend off. All right, baseball. The Minnesota Twins pulled even in their series with the Astros. They won 6-2 in Houston to make it a 1-game apiece series there. Game 3 is in the Twin Cities tomorrow afternoon. The Rangers grabbed an early 9-2 lead, then hung on to upset the Orioles 11-8 yesterday. They have a surprising 2-0 lead in that series. In fact, Texas can win the series with a victory in Texas tomorrow night. Baseball schedule. Here is today's playoff schedule. In the National League Division Series, it's the Phillies at the Braves. That's 3:07 on TBS. Philadelphia leads that series 1-0. And then tonight at 6:07, also on TBS, it is Game 2 of the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. And the Diamondbacks lead that series 1-0. And finally, the Seahawks. There's your Diamondback and Dodgers. Again, Dodgers trailing that one 1-0. Finally, the Seahawks had their bye week with the other 3 teams in the NFC West saw action yesterday in a game that just ended. 49ers beat the Cowboys 42-10. Cardinals lose to the Bengals 34-30, and the Eagles beat the Rams 23-14. So it was a good weekend for the 49ers. The one team chasing them didn't play, and the other 2 lost. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Monday. October 9th, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, from a federal perspective, it is still called Columbus Day. It is a federal holiday, so no banks, federal offices will be closed. You won't be getting any mail today. But of course, state government, local government, they're not obligated to follow federal holidays. They can call them whatever they want or not even observe the holiday. So here in Washington State, we don't call it Columbus Day. It's Indigenous Peoples Day. In Washington State, California, Minnesota, and Alaska, and in South Dakota, in case you're curious, it's Native Americans Day. The only state or area that really celebrates Columbus Day much anymore is in Ohio, for obvious reasons. Oh, happy Thanksgiving Day to our Canadian friends. It's your Thanksgiving Day today. Also, it's Curious Events Day. It's Leif Erikson Day. It's National Moldy Cheese Day. I cleaned out my refrigerator yesterday, and I found a piece of cheese from the Ford administration, I think. I don't know. I reached in there to throw in the garbage, and it bit me. It's International Beer and Pizza Day. Perfect for a Monday. It's Fire Prevention Day. It's Scrubs Day, the stuff that doctors and nurses wear. But today is National Kick Butt Day today. I know it probably shouldn't be on a Monday. It's hard to kick butt on a Monday. Thursdays are better. Saturdays are best. But whatever it is that you do today, make sure you kick butt doing it. Hopefully it motivates you. It's 31 minutes after the hour. Today in history. Happy 322nd birthday to that institution. Take a look. That's their shield or their logo, whatever you want to call it. Any idea what that is? I'll let you look at it a little bit more. That is Yale University, originally the Collegiate School of Connecticut. Now it's Yale University because it's in Connecticut. It is chartered on this date, October 9th, 1701. It's the third oldest private institution in this country. It is among the alma maters, among the alumni. 5 U.S. presidents went to school at Yale. 20 U.S. Supreme Court justices. They have a very well-known law school. 31 living billionaires. About 25 current heads of state went to Yale. If you want to succeed in life and you can get in, you might consider going to Yale University in Connecticut, which is 322 years old today. The final day of the 1910 baseball season. Ty Cobb was running away with the American League batting championship. Ty Cobb was hitting .383. The only guy who had any chance at all to catch Ty Cobb on the last day of the regular season was Napoleon Lajoie. But he had some work to do. Well, Ty Cobb, one of the winner of the American League batting title in 1910, got a brand new automobile from the Chalmers Automobile Company. So Ty Cobb wanted the car. So he didn't play on that last Sunday of the baseball season in 1910. Thought that .383 average would be just fine. Napoleon Lajoie was very well liked. Nobody liked Ty Cobb. He was a very disagreeable man. And so Napoleon Lajoie, playing for Cleveland on the last day of the season, they had a doubleheader taking on the Browns. Napoleon Lajoie got 8 hits. 8 hits, and he surpassed Ty Cobb. But again, nobody liked Ty Cobb, and so the St. Louis Browns basically gave the batting title to Napoleon Lajoie by having the third baseman play so deep, he was almost playing left field. The third baseman was so far back of the bag that all Napoleon Lajoie had to do was bunt down the third baseline and jog to first base. 6 of his 8 hits during the final doubleheader of the season, on the last day of the season, were bunt base hits down the third baseline. The Chalmers people said, to heck with it, and they gave them both cars. That's how much they didn't like Ty Cobb. And finally, speaking of baseball, 104 years ago today, October 9th, 1919, the Cincinnati Reds win the World Series in a stunning upset over the Chicago White Sox, and about a year later, of course, was discovered that half the White Sox were in on the take. They threw the World Series. Cincinnati still has the trophy, though. It is 34 minutes after the hour. 2 heavenly rock and roll birthdays. John Ono Winston Lennon, born 83 years ago today, the founder of the greatest and most popular band ever of any genre at any time. The man began the Beatles. He invited Paul to join, then he invited George to join, and finally the 3 of them got Ringo on board. John Lennon, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 1987 with the Beatles, and as a solo artist in 1994, murdered in the streets of New York City at the age of 40 in 1980. John Lennon, born on this date. John Entwistle was born 4 years after John Lennon, considered by many the greatest bassist of all time. If you can play a Who record and isolate just the bass track and nothing else, he's got a good claim to that. The legendary John Entwistle, who died at the age of 57 in 2002. He, of course, is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. One living Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Jackson Browne. His albums of the 70s a regular appearance on my turntables and right on into the early 80s. Hadn't really been doing much lately. Great songwriter, wrote a bunch of hits that you probably didn't know that he wrote. Jackson Browne, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, is 80 years old today. And Tony Shalhoub is 70. Tony has an amazing claim to fame, of course, for the title role of Monk. Tony Shalhoub was nominated for the Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series 8 years in a row. Monk ran for 8 consecutive seasons, and he was nominated for Best Actor in a Comedy Series all 8 years, and he won it 3 times. He is 70 years old today. It's a jungle out there. Going to take a break. Mike Mad Dog McNulty has an opinion, and then it's earlier than normal, much earlier than normal, a month earlier than normal. Night in a Box is back this Friday night. Our good friend Sean Arrington from the Lighthouse Christian Ministries and the gal who's helping him put it on, our friend Kelly Kennedy, will join me when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Crystal's Intimate Lounge in downtown Leavenworth is a wonderful place to enjoy mouth-watering appetizers and drinks while socializing, watching sports, playing bingo, pull tabs, or simply relaxing while enjoying the breathtaking mountain views. Crystal's family-friendly restaurant has a warm environment to enhance your dining experience, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Crystal's restaurant, lounge, and event space is located 2 blocks west of downtown Leavenworth on Highway 2.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find out?
What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
Welcome to the Columbia Basin Dispute Resolution Center. We are a local nonprofit serving Grant and Adams counties, helping businesses and people resolve difficult issues so they can move toward a better future. We offer help with workplace disputes, residential issues, family matters, and can train your staff in conflict prevention and resolution skills. Call us at 509-237-8401 to learn more.
Hi everybody, Dan Kuntz alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. There's ice on my heat pump and under my heat pump.
Well, ice under your heat pump is normal. When we go into a defrost cycle, it melts the frost off, creates water, which freezes to the ground. Ice around your heat pump is a thing that you should probably give us a call about.
Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air for heat and air. Call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks.
This is Grace, and this is her world record-holding guinea pig with an iconic name, Abby.
She currently holds the Guinness World Record for the highest bar jump by a guinea pig. I ride horses and I jump, so I kind of thought it'd be interesting to teach my guinea pig to jump like my horse does.
One day she came out of her room and looked at us, and I said, "Did you get it?" And she said, "Yeah, we got it."
After we won our award, we came to Abby's to celebrate.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNulty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. When a specific group, let's say females, for example, have historically been disenfranchised, subjugated, and persecuted, and they begin to push back, the former persecutors often cry, "Why do they have to shove it in my face?" When these groups begin to claim their rightful place in society and throws off some of the shame that others have imposed on them, these others may complain, "What makes they think they have a special reason to promote themselves?" Well, frankly, if I finally pushed your foot off my neck, you'd hear about it. Now, what amazes me is how peacefully and graciously some of these groups finally stand up. That's something to think about. This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion.
Attention, attention, Collins Fashions has a red dot sale on summer sundresses, capris, shorts, tees, tanks, and sandals, all at 50% off. Look for the red dot racks. Fall fashions from Tribal, Charlie B, French dressing, Habitat are arriving daily. Cozy sweaters and tops, great fitting jeans and slacks selected just for you. Brighton Apple Watch bands are fantastic and are in stock. Amazing service and selection at Collins in downtown Wenatchee.
Need a break from reality? Central Washington Water has a showroom full of possibilities. Ask about a saltwater system for a more natural approach to water care. They use less chemicals and have less maintenance. Free flow plug-and-play spas make it simple and affordable to get you soaking. At Central Washington Water, there's a hot tub for every space and every budget. Central Washington Water, your water care professionals.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
The Wenatchee Valley. Here, most of us really enjoy the great outdoors, and most of us try to make the most of our natural resources. Here at Apple Valley Honda, we know that for generations, we have harnessed nature to sustainably power the West, and we are proud to be part of that tradition as an environmentally green dealership award winner. Being a green dealership means Apple Valley Honda has reduced our overall environmental impact. We are so proud to live in this wonderful community.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
It is back again. It is Night in a Box, same location as last year, a little bit earlier in the autumn. Kelly Kennedy is making her very first appearance on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz, having a really bad hair day. Having a good hair day, Sean Arrington, who runs the Lighthouse Christian Ministries, of course, is going to be the beneficiary of Night in a Box. It's back. Obviously, Sean, this has been working. It's been raising awareness and money for your organization, or you wouldn't keep doing it.
Absolutely. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's the most fun fundraiser of the year. So we're really excited to be in the box again this year. We're 1 month forward so that more people can be out without having to worry about it being so cold when they bring their kids and family.
It's at Save Mart in the parking lot again this year, as it was last year.
Yes.
We need to point that out. Save Mart has been a great partner in all of this. Kudos to them. So the decision was made. November is busy. It's Thanksgiving. It's holidays. Maybe we should move it to October, about a month earlier, give more people to participate. Maybe the weather will cooperate a little bit more. What went into the decision to make it earlier in the year? I'll let both of you answer that.
Yeah, so every year we take feedback because we love feedback, and every year we were hearing more opinions that, hey, just a little bit earlier is good. I didn't hear anybody saying that we should scoot it back, so we honored that feedback and scooted it forward, and we're hoping to result in this parking lot being way more full.
And once again, for the second or third year in a row, you brought Kelly on board. I think it was just second year in a row you brought in Impact Events. So Kelly is handling a lot of the legwork that you don't have to, because a lot of people don't know this is a lot of work, isn't it? to make this thing. This isn't just a fly-by-night organization. It takes a lot of effort to make this thing work.
Yeah, it does. You know, Sean, as the executive director of Lighthouse, has a big job on its own, and then you throw a fundraising event on top of that, and it's not doable. So having an event planner that's not an employee that you pay all year, contract for an event, is awesome. But yeah, we have to get permits and the parking and barriers and people here, sponsors. It does take a few hours to put together.
And last year you were taking a chance because you were moving it to a new location, but
yes.
It's high traffic,
Oh,
a lot
fantastic.
of people, so it went well, obviously. Or
It was great. We had people driving by, honking, waving. We had them coming in. We created a drive-through donation. And people came in, just took a right off of Wenatchee Avenue here, donated, gave it a shout out, kept going. Some pulled in and like, what's going on? Stayed. Now they are monthly donors, and it is really a fun event. And families, and we had out-of-towners, they just think, wow, this is really a cool thing to do. And it's fun, but yeah, the presence of where we are, Save Mart is a perfect location with a perfect flat, big parking lot. It's been really great to partner with them.
So, and first of all, it is Friday, October 13th. As Sean mentioned, we're going to make it a good luck day.
Yes.
Friday, October 13th. And Friday seems to work well, too. Mm-hmm. It doesn't ruin a weekend. You're here, you're doing your thing, you're helping you guys out. And then you can still go out and do your weekend activities and help out a good cause. So Friday nights are perfect.
Absolutely. It's kind of like an urban camp out, but you get to do it Friday night, wake up, you still have all day Saturday, all day Sunday, enter into the weekend knowing that you made a difference, that you impacted the people who are on the streets. All the funds this year puts fuel into the trucks that pick up all of the food from all over the state. And right now we've been giving away 75,000 pounds of food per month to families near and far.
Giving away. Just here it is.
Absolutely. Giving it away.
Because people have a right to eat.
That's right, yes.
Amongst other things. And speaking of a right to eat, they're going to feed you here.
Yes.
If you sign up, they're going to, dinner and breakfast is pretty much comes with your fee, right?
It does. We're going to have a hot chili feed. It's like a big buffet, and hot coffee and cocoa. That's given by the Women's Service League.
So they're back again.
They've been doing it, I don't know how many years. Many. Longer than I have.
Years,
many.
Yeah.
And then that's at 7 o'clock. And then on the morning at 7 a.m., Brian Alderman and his small group, they are back again and going to be serving a hot breakfast, biscuits and gravy.
And gravy. And their biscuits are homemade. They're tall. They're going to get you out of the box.
And it'll fuel you up for your Saturday and your weekend.
Right,
you'll be ready to go
right.
take another nap
Yes.
afterwards.
And, you know, for dinner, we invite people to come and just fellowship with us. If you don't want to sleep in the box, you can also come, and we're going to have a worship tent, live band, and fire pits, and the food, and also testimonies, right?
Yep. There will be people here who aren't just coming out of homeless situations. One woman had her house burned down locally and had nowhere to go, and Lighthouse was there for her, and so she's going to be giving that story.
There are a lot of new people to the Wenatchee Valley, and folks probably should go no further than having Sean explain what exactly is Night in the Box? Where did that come from? It's a great story. Sean, give us the backstory on how this whole thing began.
Yeah, Night in the Box originally, I remember doing a fundraiser when I was a kid, sleeping in boxes in the church parking lot, raising funds, and we didn't have the money to put the beds into the shelter that we just remodeled, and so I stayed on the sidewalk until I realized I wasn't supposed to be sleeping on that sidewalk. And so next year, we raised the funds. It was a great organization. It was a great plan. The next year, the police joined us. And so we will have law enforcement here. We'll have East Wenatchee and Wenatchee police departments. We'll have organizations, churches, families. And so people just get sponsored. My goal is to raise $5,000. And if I can raise $5,000, then I don't actually have to sleep in the box.
But you are.
But I will be doing it. But if I don't, then the responsibility is I'm going to do that. So keep somebody out of the box just for this event, and then help to feed families.
And you needed to add a fun element, and you two together have made it. People go, how fun could that possibly be, even though it's an important thing? But you've added some fun elements to it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's events, there's stories. It's like a networking event. If you've ever gone camping, you like to bundle up, but the stories that happen here, that's like the best part. But last year there was a group of people out at the street getting people to honk, driving by. It's just, I never know what's going to happen. You just put a bunch of people into a place and say, do what you want and have fun together. It just creates itself.
Where does the box come from? Do I need to bring my own? How does that work?
So yes, we get these big boxes from Save Mart, like what your refrigerator comes in and your washer and dryer. So we have them at Lighthouse. You can go stop by anytime during office hours, which are
Monday through Saturday, anytime from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. Sundays in the morning, they can stop by. People should pick up their boxes first, and they should prepare them because that's going to make you warmer. The way I prepare a box always leaves you leaving the box in the morning too hot. So come get them. We're full of them right now, and we're ready for them to be picked up.
You can decorate them too. We have a decorating contest. Last year it was Abby Gunderson and her family. They built a castle, and she had her sister and all their boys in it. And she's from 7 Seconds. They also serve meals, I think, at the lighthouse. Anyway, she was our big winner, and so we do have gift certificates that are donated from businesses in our town here, and it's really fun. We had a gingerbread house. Oh, someone brought their gaming. They were doing gaming in their big screen TV. I was a little bit, that's really not how homeless sleep in their boxes, but hey, it was fun.
Yeah. It's fun seeing people create in their own ways.
No sponsors, no event. You got a new sponsor this year. McDonald's is on board.
Yes.
Kudos to them.
Yes, they are. First year for McDonald's. We're still waiting for some more sponsors to confirm their dollar amount and that they're in. But yes, we do need some sponsors, absolutely, beside our overnighters, who, like, I'm running to keep me out of the box.
Yeah.
I would love to raise $5,000 without sleeping in the box.
And you can raise money for the lighthouse and not sleep in a box.
Yes.
That's right.
And all of this is some registration involved. They want to have a general idea how many people are going to show up. In the old days, it was show up, which was fine, but it could get a little chaotic. So they want to make things a little more organized. That's going to your website is going to get that done, right?
Yeah, anybody can go to WenatcheeLighthouse.org. They can make a donation. There'll be an option down below that says Night in a Box. You can put the person's name if you're sponsoring somebody, or they can go to WenatcheeLighthouse.org again and register to participate. All the information's there.
If you go to Sean's website, it pops up. It's a pop-up. You can't go anywhere, and then there's a QR right there.
Yeah.
And then you just on your phone, and you can just make a straight donation, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the notes, you can add the person if you're sponsoring a person.
Did we get all the bases covered? Did we get everything done?
I believe that's everything, except for who knows what may happen that night. People will miss out if they're not here.
What are the most urgent needs for the lighthouse as we go forward into winter? Food is always at the top of your list. Anything else that we need to know about?
Food's always there. Finances are always there. But eggs are gold. Coffee is gold. Those keep everything going on a daily basis. If people have any old sleeping bags, blankets, bring them in. Those are life-saving measures and really show people how loved they are also.
Sean Harrington, it's good to see you, my friend.
It's nice to see you.
I'm glad you moved it earlier in the year. That was a smart move.
Yeah, does that mean you're going to be here this time?
Friday the 13th. I will do my best.
You're sleeping in a box, Dan?
It's not too late for sponsors, right? Even though it's this Friday.
That's right.
Get a hold of Kelly. Get a hold of Kelly for sponsors.
You know your brother slept in a box.
I know, but my brother is an elected official and he's not very bright. So there's two of those things. It's good to see you.
Nice
all right.
to see you, Dan.
Any help? If you any questions at all, email Kelly. We'll put her email address up on the screen. She returns emails. All right. Thanks for doing this. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stay warm on Friday the 13th.
Thanks.
And we'll be right back.
Badger Mountain Brewery is your cure for boredom. Jam Night Mondays. Trivia Wednesdays. Live Music Fridays. And Sunday Brunch. There's always something brewing at Badger Mountain, so come join the party.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
And we are back here on this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Columbus Day, if you will. Again, here in the state of Washington, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. 54 degrees, so the temperature really hasn't moved much in the hour or so since this show began. It's going to be mild today. Big change really comes tonight into Tuesday and Wednesday with some rain and some wind and some much cooler temperatures. We're going to do the forecast one more time, but we have a minute or two, and we love our PTZ cameras from Localtel's Sky-Fi division, so why not? Let's take some more cool views of the north central Washington area. That has got to be up to Lake Wenatchee area, Nanapoc Ridge. Look at the fog hanging over Lake Wenatchee. Is that correct? Is that what we're looking at? That is just really cool. Of course, if there's a significant temperature differential between the water, the large body of water, and the air above it, that's what happens. So if you're going to play Kaler Glen right now, it's going to be really hard to see your golf ball. That's a pretty cool view. Don't know where Uriah is pointing this to. We'll just find out together. There you go. Lake Wenatchee again. You can see Dirty Face. Somewhere down there is a lake. Trust me on that. And it will, of course, slowly burn off. And it looks like they got a few more clouds up the Lake Wenatchee area than we have down here. The clouds will be increasing, by the way, as the day progresses. We'll have fairly cloudy conditions by the time we get to noon or 1 here in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's see where else we want to go. For our third camera, Billy Goat. This morning when the sun came up, or was coming up at about 6:40 or so this morning, I was looking at the Billy Goat cameras. It's just spectacular up there in the Omak-Okanagan area. You guys are in for quite a bit of wind, by the way, up north later on today. Those details forthcoming. And finally, oh, that's the new one. That's Slide Ridge up there in the Lake Chelan area. That is Rose's Lake, and I'm trying to remember the three lakes that are just to the north of Manson. I drew a blank. I remember Rose's Lake because I caught a big perch there about 25 years ago. So that's in the general Manson area. It's a new camera. It's a new tower, and then a new camera on that tower that was put up about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So that's going to be a new view we'll be able to show you up in the Manson area from the Slide Ridge camera looking down over Roses. What are the three lakes? I just drew a blank. I don't know. There's good fish in there. I can tell you that much. Good morning to Manson. By the way, you're at 47 degrees. All right, one more quick break, and when we come back, that all-important weather forecast. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new midsize Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
All right, a change in the weather pattern is knocking on our doorstep. It mostly will be tonight. There's a pretty active and vigorous cold front heading our way, and it's going to start knocking on our door about 5 or 6 o'clock or so tonight. And these are your peak wind gusts today. As you can see, there are going to be some areas that will be gustier than others as well. Of course, some patchy blowing dust is possible if you live near a field that has already been harvested out in the Columbia Basin. Watch out for some blowing dust there. So a bit windy this afternoon and this evening, but the big change really comes tonight. For today, the clouds will be thickening up. We could see a little bit of rain at times. We'll top off at about 74 degrees. Cloudy in the early evening, then gradual clearing, 51, 50 or so for the overnight low. And then here comes the real cold front. It comes in pretty vigorous on Tuesday afternoon. Good chance of rain Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night, and much cooler with a high of only 61. Rain tapers off on Wednesday, not a bad Thursday. Another front comes in on Saturday and Sunday. And that's it for us. If you have the day off, enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.